Guys, welcome back in. This is gonna be another little ramble here. So just before we start the video, I'm just gonna say, hope you enjoy, and you know, let's start. So already by clicking on this video and by making this video myself, we are already part of the problem. In this video, I will be addressing why boredom is not something to be cured. Boredom is not something that's undesirable. Boredom is simply a very human thing that I feel like we're sort of shielded from, and that sort of takes a negative context whenever we sort of look at the society around us today. So, that's just what we're gonna talk about. But it sort of really hits home with a lot of people nowadays. Like, there have been so many times in my life where I can look up from working in a study hall in one of my classes, and everybody's just mindlessly scrolling on their phone. It's almost sad to see that this is what we as people have come to. It's just, we're just zombies now. And it's so sad to see such a magnificent animal that humans really are be sort of mindlessly not even paying attention to our surroundings most of the time. And I'm not saying I don't have the same exact problem. I try to control myself on this problem, but that doesn't mean that I still don't have this problem. So, just want to say that real quick. So yeah. So, before I recorded this video, I was like, I have this really cool video idea. I was like, it's gonna be really cool and it's gonna really be informative. And I got my OBS Studios open. I started up Minecraft. I was like, okay, I'm ready to. And then I just started scrolling on my phone. Just as much as a problem as any other I'll be addressing here. Because I'm not saying that I am above any of the issues I'll ever talk about. Because these are just such common issues, especially in today's day and age. We're from childhood. We're given a phone or a tablet or a TV or whatever, and we're just told to pay attention to that. Stop thinking. Stop, being a little mischievous, maybe, yeah. But basically, to kill our humanity is, kind of the darkest way to put it, but also maybe one of the most accurate, because if we're constantly mindlessly scrolling through TikTok or Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels or whatever poison that you choose, it's a pick your poison sort of situation, you know, there is really nobody that I have met that really has a solution to this either. I have tried my hand as much as possible to prevent myself from defaulting to my phone when I get bored. I've tried to stop. I have such little patience sometimes, actually, that on a video game that takes 3 minutes to load, I will start watching some sort of video on my phone while I wait for it to load. Like, that's just sad. But we all do it, don't we? You're on this app right now. You're on here probably. No, not everybody watches these sorts of videos because they're doing it, but either you recognize it's a problem and you're looking for somebody to help you, which, by the way, I'm not it. I'm just here to start a discussion about the problem. I do not have all the solutions. Or you're just bored. You're just scrolling through your YouTube feed, looking for the next thing to capture your attention for those 15 seconds you allot it in your brain. Like, it's just such a nihilistic thing, but it's so nihilistic partially because it's so accurate. But yeah, um, it's a hard thing to think about. I mean, most of you probably won't even think too deeply on it, because again, you'll just be scrolling from this thing right to the next thing, right? So you don't even give your brain time to try and form a thought. We're killing humanity here. Like, in no context can you say that this sort of thing has bolstered our creativity or anything like that. You just can't, because it would be a blatant lie. So now, naturally, there comes the next question. How do we fix it? And again, as I said, I'm not the man with all the answers. I'm just here to ramble into this microphone, so hopefully, someday, maybe somebody comes across this video and decides, hey, this little kid has a point. You know, maybe we should be thinking about this way. Or maybe we should be a little more bored sometimes. Maybe we don't need that constant stimulus. Maybe we should look up and think every once in a while. But again, this is all opinion. But some ways that I've thought about solving it is just try your best to put down your phone. Try your best to not always default to that YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, or whatever it may be. Just stop yourself. Look at what you're doing and the valuable time you're wasting. And really think. Couldn't you be doing something better than watching some 15-year-old guy recording a video that barely anybody will ever watch? Rambling into his microphone, you know? Aren't there better things you can do with your life? I mean, I guess you could ask the same question to me. Why am I over here rambling into the microphone when nobody's gonna watch this? And I guess I couldn't give you an answer. Because as much as life is about being bored, it's also always been about finding a way to not be bored in your situation. And I feel like that's been made almost too easy. Because just because you don't have a screen in your face 24/7 doesn't mean you necessarily have to be bored. Sometimes you should be. So there are times where you just need to sit there with your own thoughts. You know? But there are also times where out of boredom gifts creativity. Gifts entertainment. I was bored, so I decided to record a video about being bored and why it's good to be bored. I was bored one day, almost 3 years ago now, so I made a YouTube video. I was bored almost 2 months ago today, sitting there in study hall, and I started writing my first book. And now I'm 40 pages into it, and that's the best thing I feel like I've done on this planet. And you know, sometimes you just need to think. Sometimes you just need to zone out, meditate, whatever it may be. But there is definitely a time and a place. We should give boredom time. The time of day to be bored. There is time for it. Because as much as life is too short to be bored all the time, but yeah, life is also too short to be constantly occupying yourself with things that don't even really matter. You know, part of this is hard. Because, you know, that's actually a cool base location right here. Because, you know, you're so used to defaulting to your phone. You're so used to pulling up that YouTube video. You're so used to whatever poison you may choose. It's hard to break. It's a really hard habit to break. It's just like any other addiction. It's gonna take you a while. But I know, speaking from experience, that sometimes being bored is the most valuable thing to do with your time. That has been me. If you like this kind of content, again, all the like and subscribe stuff everybody puts in the video. Again, this video is not to inform you, it's not to do anything. It's simply to bring up another topic of discussion to the YouTube space. Just like all of my other videos that are just ramblings like this. So, I do hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you next video. See ya.